You ask, how do I make a woman fall in love with me? It's a fair question, and yet the very structure of it betrays something essential. Because love is not manufactured. It is not a sequence of tactics or steps. Love is not logical, and it is not safe. Love, when true, is an accident of the soul. It does not arise from your strengths, your charm, or your clever performance. It emerges when what is broken in you meets what is open in her. And yet, paradoxically, there is a way to become someone a woman can fall in love with. Not by pushing, but by becoming what the soul naturally longs for. And to become that man, you must forget every rule you were taught about what it means to be one. Mädel. The archetype of the lover. Jung spoke of archetypes, ancient patterns of human being. One of them is the lover. But not the shallow caricature we see in modern culture. Not the flirt, the seducer, the manipulator of attention. The true lover is a man in communion with beauty. A man who is touched by music, by sky, by pain, by story. A man who has not killed the child in himself. Who does not hide behind sarcasm, irony, bravado. A woman falls in love when she meets the lover in you, the one who still remembers how to feel. You want her heart? Then you must first be in touch with your own. That sounds simple, but it's not, because most men have not been taught how to feel, only how to suppress. To make a woman fall in love with you, you must make peace with your capacity to be vulnerable. And this is terrifying. Because to be vulnerable means to risk rejection, humiliation, loss. But without risk, there is no intimacy. Without truth, there is no real connection. Mädel. 2. Your shadow is already in the room. The part of you that sabotages every connection is already there. The one who withdraws when she comes close. The one who becomes small when she shines. The one who tries to control her to avoid abandonment. These are not signs of weakness. These are the guardians of your heart. The protectors that emerged when you were too young to speak your hurt. And if you do not meet them consciously, they will meet her unconsciously. You must go into your own shadow. You must name the part of you that feels unworthy of love. The part of you that believes love must be earned, or taken, or tricked into staying. But if I show her that part, she will leave. Maybe. Or maybe she will recognize you. Because her shadows are looking for your honesty, not your perfection. Mädel. 3. Abandon the performance. You cannot impress a woman into loving you. You can impress her into desiring you. You can seduce her into sleeping with you. But love is a different animal. Love doesn't want the stage version of you. She wants the man who trembles but tells the truth anyway. She wants the man who stands in his uncertainty without collapsing into bravado. Every act of performance distances you from her soul. Because her soul is not listening for lines, it is listening for presence. So sit with her, not as a seducer, not as a fixer, just as a witness. And if you cannot do that, it is not time for love yet. Because love does not ask you to be something. Love asks you to be. Mädel. IV. Hold her without owning her. Many men confuse love with possession. But a woman cannot fall in love with a prison. A woman opens when she feels safe, not from rules or control, but from your own inner groundedness. If your center depends on her presence, she cannot relax. If your power depends on her body, she cannot trust. To love her well is to give her freedom. Freedom to say no. Freedom to be herself. Freedom to come to you, not because she's afraid to leave, but because she feels met where she is. Let her mystery remain. Let her be more than your fantasy. Let her soul breathe, and she might invite yours to join. Mädel. V. Fall in love with the feminine first. The feminine is not just a woman. It is an aspect of the universe, a quality of soul. The feminine is found in the moonlight, in poetry, in silence, in grief, in beauty that cannot be explained. If you have not yet made peace with the feminine within you, you will search for it desperately in her. And that search becomes hunger. And hunger becomes control. But when you begin to court the feminine within, when you begin to feel, to slow down, to listen deeply, you stop needing her to complete you. And paradoxically, that's when she feels drawn in. Not to your need, but to your depth. Not to your charm, but to your capacity to hold the sacred. Middle. 6. You cannot skip the work. Becoming a man who holds love is not easy. It requires undoing the armor, sitting in silence until the noise of your mind settles, saying, "I don't know," and meaning it, facing the part of you that believes you are not enough, walking away from what is easy in favor of what is real. You do not attract love by chasing it. You attract love by becoming someone who can live without it and still remain whole. Because only a whole man can truly love a woman, not to complete him, but to join him in this dance, this tragedy, this miracle, called intimacy. Middle. 7. The invitation. So you want to make a woman fall in love with you, then become a man worth falling for. Not because of what you own, not because of how you look, not because of your confidence, but because of your honesty, because of your kindness, because of your willingness to be seen. And when you show her that, if she is ready, if she is whole enough to receive, she will not just fall in love with you. She will rise in love beside you, and together, you will not escape this life, or fix each other, or hide from pain. You will meet life together. Two souls, no longer pretending, but breathing, awake, and true.